Hey everyone, welcome back to Monday Mentoring. This time we have Wes in the studio. Just kidding, the studio, office hours. And we're just talking about how he wants to join the Renaissance as an intern, but he has some questions before he began. And so I hope you enjoy this. Wes is just a very thoughtful guy and someone I'm mentoring personally. And yeah, enjoy this video. I'll see you on the other side.
It's all very exciting to me.
Okay, cool.
And I think it's an incredible privilege to be asked to participate in everything.
Yeah.
Especially since I so appreciate our relationship and the talks and everything. One thing is, with me, is I'd like to be totally on board with the vision of the project before I'd want to invest time and resources, things like that. So I guess I just want to ask some more clarification on some things.
Yeah.
So one thing you mentioned was that the biggest goal is to create a second global renaissance in truth, goodness, and beauty.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that, and it sounds to me a lot like when Jesus said, you know, the kingdom of God is coming, and we're all called to further the kingdom of God. And all ministries and all the churches seem to bring, you know, make Christians and make disciples, and in doing so, it seems to me, whether indirectly or directly, creating a second global renaissance. So I guess my question is your goal and vision like unique among the other ones, or is that just another way of saying bringing about the
Make disciples of all nations, right? Yeah.
And then the specific thing about you is that your specific avenue in doing so is bringing people into their calling.
Right.
So
yeah, no, that's exactly right. We totally believe in the local church. So we want to just see ourselves supporting what the local church is doing. But as you put it, it's very much bringing a crystallized sort of message, you know, getting focused specifically on vocation, on calling. You know, I actually had a seminary prof once say this to me. My wish is to put myself out of a job, because if there weren't seminaries, that would hopefully mean that the church is doing its job in raising up thoughtful Christians, you know? And so he kind of said that tongue in cheek. You know, he taught at seminary for like 40, 50 years. And so he wasn't saying literally like, I don't believe in this, but he's saying the seminary is necessary because the church has kind of lacked in that area of theological scholarship and education. So I see the Ren as sort of like a parachurch ministry too, in that sense. And when we do most of our stuff, it's usually at a church where we're doing the workshop, the Sunday speak engagement. But while the church might, you know, exposit the Gospel of John for 21 weeks, which is what they should do, occasionally they want to bring in someone who's talked specifically, about this area of calling and culture. And that's just how I see it. Yeah. And then our hope is also to mentor, you know, leaders at different churches, so that they can in turn mentor their folks. So we want to resource the local church for the local church, as it were.
So a church would put you out of business, so to speak, mature leaders in their churches who could already and able to mentor.
Absolutely. I mean, those are healthy churches that we just celebrate and affirm, and you know.
Okay.
But you know, realistically, as far as my experience and folks, you know, we've all seen that there aren't too many churches doing that. But neatly, there are a lot of older folks that I know, folks older than myself, who are like, I would love to mentor a bunch of young folks, but they just got me over here folding the program every Sunday, you know, which is great. Like, there's nothing wrong, but when someone needs to fold the programs, right? Yeah. But they had a lifetime of experience in law as a Christian, and they want to pour into the next 10 Christians who will be lawyers and be able to use their faith in an impactful way. So it's standard fare, right? For most of our churches, all the youth group hang out with themselves, and you know, and so forth. And rarely do you see a 45, you know, let alone a group of them pouring into the next generation like that. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that video. The church is different from the Renaissance and from any other institution. The church is the church, and we support it. But there is something that the church, we believe we can support in particular, which is helping people find their calling. And so if you want to share this video with someone, I hope it's helpful. It hopefully explains the Renaissance a bit more. And next week, we'll see sort of Wes's decision. And it's a great little episode we have for you guys next time. So until then, peace.